Hello everyone, this is Dr.T.Suthamathi, Physical Directress, Sita Lakshmi Ramaswamy College, Tiruchirappalli. In this video, I will be discussing about Fosbury flop, one of the most famous contemporary high jump technique, which was introduced by Dick Fosbury, and also the prominent role of physics that is applied in these techniques. Fosbury was an American high jumper who is considered one of the most influential athletes in the history of track and field. He won a gold medal at 1968 Olympics, revolutionizing the high jump event with the back fist techniques now known as the Fosbury flop. His method was to sprint diagonally towards the bar, then curve and leap backward over the bar, which gave him a much lower center of mass in flight than traditional techniques. This approach has seen nearly universal adoption since Fosbury's performance in Mexico. The flap became the dominant style of the event. Before Fosbury, most elite jumpers used the straddle techniques, western roll, eastern cutoff, or scissor jump to clear the bar. In the early 1960s, Dick Fosbury tried his hand at almost every sport, but he was never excellent at anything until the age of 16. Then started participating in his jump, but when he could not compete against the strong athletes at his college using the standard high jump techniques of the time, Fosbury tried to jump different way, backwards. Instead of jumping with his face towards the bar, bringing each leg over in the traditional straddle method, he jumped with his back towards the bar. Fosbury improved his record by over half a foot and left his coaches amazed by this strange new style of jumping. During the next few years, he perfected his high jump style, won the US national trials, and assured his place in the 1968 Olympics in Mexico. In the Olympic Games, Fosbury amazed the world record with his new techniques, winning a gold medal with an Olympic record leap of 2.24 meter. By the next Olympic game, almost all the competing of high jumpers had adopted what came to be known as the Fosbury flop. What is the secret behind the technique? It lies in a physics concept called the center of mass. For every object, we can locate the average position of all of its mass by taking into account how the mass is spread around the object. For instance, the center of mass of a flat rectangular object of uniform density will be in the intersection of both diagonals in equal distance from each corner. We can find the center of mass of other objects by similar calculation or by finding the object's balancing point which lies underneath its center of mass. Try balance in a broom by holding it and slowly bringing your hands together until they meet. This balancing point lies right underneath the broom's center of mass. We humans also have a center of mass. When most people stand up, their center of mass is around the belly. But what happens to our center of mass when we lift our hands in the air? Our center of mass moves upward. It moves all the time as you move through the day based on how our body is positioned. It can even move outside of your body. When you bend forward, your center of mass is located below your bent belly in a place where there is no mass at all. Weird to think about, but that is the average position of all your mass. Many objects' center of mass are outside their bodies. Think of dove nuts and boomerangs. Now look at the Fosbury flop and follow the position of the center of mass of the jumper. The jumper runs very fast so he can divert his horizontal velocity to vertical velocity and jumps. If the jumper bends his body backward, the center of mass lies below the bar. That is the secret behind the jump. With the old pre-Fosbury technique, the jumpers had to apply enough force to lift his center of mass above the bar by a few inches in order to clear the bar. The Fosbury flapper does not have to do that. The genius of this Fosbury flop is that the jumper can apply the same amount of force but raise his body much higher than before. That means he can raise the bar so high that even when his center of mass cannot go any higher, his arching body can. Fosbury technique brought the high jumper to new heights by splitting the jumper body away from his center of mass, giving it that much more room to clear higher and higher bars. So the Fosbury may be sports history's only greatly leap forward that is also a great leap backward. Thank you.